Hello everybody, this is Murugesan from muruappareltech. I initiated this channel just to share my knowledge, what I acquired in the past 50 years of my experience, which is going to be a great help to the apparel industry people, and they will definitely get something out of it. So I request the viewers to subscribe my channel and forward to other people, those who are in the industry, so that they will also get an advantage of knowing something which they could have not experienced till date. In today's video, I am not going to talk about the theory or file management or the SOPs, those kind of things, or quality assurance. These kind of things I'm not going to talk about because that may make the channel boring in the beginning. So I'm starting with a case study which is going to make you interesting. In this video, I'm going to cover from the fabric to the end shipment, which includes sampling, development, production, quality assurance, inspection, marketing. All these things I'll be discussing about. But to start with, I'm going to take up case studies now. The first case study I'm going to take up is a fabric issue. Now let us see the case, what happened. We have imported linen fabric which is wrinkle free treated from other country. I would not like to tell you the name of the company or a country which may affect the business, or they may feel it bad. That's why I'm not giving you any country's name or any mill's name. We imported 300,000 meters of fabric outside the country. This 300,000 meters were distributed between our 3 manufacturing regions. So all the regions were working on the fabric. They started checking the fabric, and they found there is no problem in the fabric on 4-point count system. At 4-point system, the fabric is passing without any major problems. So as per our SOP, we started cutting 100 pieces as a pilot run to see the behavior of the fabric and see the measurements afterwards, whether we are achieving the right measurements or not. So in the region, in one region where I am heading, we started cutting 100 pieces covering all colors and all sizes as a pilot run. The pilot run pieces were sent for washing as per the buyer's requirement. It's a wash, just a softener wash it is. It's not running in the machine for a longer duration. It is going to be only 20 minutes softener wash. After wash, we received the garments. We had taken up for the quality assurance inspection. We noticed out of 100 garments, 30 garments were having a torn mark. The torn mark is shown in the display for your reference. This is how the tearing was happening. So once we see the tearing, the normal thinking of any apparel industry guy is this could be a reason of washing machine or washing drum or washing process or any acid pillows on the garment. These things we clearly checked in the machine, drum, everything is checked and confirmed there is no problem in the washing procedure or handling of the fabric in the washing or any pointed edges in the washing machine. See, this is where I struck. This is the condition where I am left with. I need to find a solution how to manage this situation, how we are going to execute this order, or how we are going to get a replacement fabric, or are we going to execute the order or not. If we are not executing the order, what are the repercussions? If we are executing the order, what are the losses to the factory and to the buyer, and if any agency is involved, to the agency also. In this kind of situations, you will have to think 10 times before making any call. Which are the areas you need to think about is your buyer's interest is very important, the factory's interest is very important, and the space loss, capacity usage, that is what is very important. Now you need to think in all the ways. So if I'm not going to execute the order, what are the problems going to be, what are the losses going to be, and who is going to be penalized here? See, if I take a call not to execute the order with this fabric, and if you are asking for fabric from the mills again, then that will take at least 60 days to get it back, and the mill is going to be in a heavy loss. So we will be losing the credibility with the mills. If we are not executing the order, we are going to lose the credibility with the buyer too, because they will not be get the goods on time. So the in-store dates will be missed. They may not be in a position to sell it after in-store dates. So definitely we need to take the buyer's interest in mind and the factory's interest in mind. We'll have to work, and yes, of course, mill's interest also we need to take it into consideration. If you are deciding to execute this order, so what are the losses going to be? How are we going to manage it? Because you don't know where the problems are occurring. So how many garments are going to get rejected at the end of the day? And once the shipment is ready, you may be looking at, okay, out of 10,000 garments, 3,000 garments are already rejected, but that is not in a right ratio also. The shipment is not going to be in ratio. So is the buyer is going to accept this goods without the size ratio? No, the buyer is not going to accept it. So okay, what about the 30,000 pieces? What is already rejected after making it? The factory has spent a lot of money in it, in terms of labor, in terms of trims, in terms of its slot loss. All these things will be a loss to the factory. Though all these problems are there, we cannot make a call, I am not going to execute this order, keeping all four parties' interest in mind. But at the same time, we cannot penalize any one of the parties here. So you need to find a amicable solution to it. How will you find it? That is the task here. Once you find the task, then solution is going to be very easy, which I have done it earlier. That is actually the case. So if you want to think about how to resolve it, You take some time here, take a break, think it over. After some time, whenever you are ready to see the balance of the episode, you can see it later. Now, since the episode is going longer, I would like to stop the video here, which will allow you to take your own time to think about the problem and the solutions to it. I have already given you the case where I am left at. This is the only information you will be having in your hands, and I had it in my hands. I got a solution to this problem by thinking it loudly, and I shipped the entire quantity without any problems to the buyer. This is what you need to do now. You think it, make a note of it, and compare with the solution or compare with my thought processes, how I close this issue. Then you find out how far you are closer to my decisions or the parameters of working and other things. If you are closer to the decisions, then your thought process is right, and other people, they need to think differently and bring their thought process closer to the right decisions. Thank you. Wait for the next episode to come out. In the next episode, I'll be giving you the solution and what all exercises I have done to resolve this problem. Thank you very much.